We've all heard great vocalists, but what is the secret to their distinct style and their amazing voices? In this segment of Frame, we meet with two incredible local vocalists who are going to share their tips and insight and training with us. With me is Janelle Lauer and her mother, Jane Pini. Welcome to Frame, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. How long have you been singing, individually and together as a duo?
Well, I'm obviously a bit older than she is, so I've been singing since I was about, 14, 15. Started playing in bands at that time in the 60s, and really didn't have any formal training except for some high school, but until I was an adult and started doing it professionally, and then I decided that maybe I better find out the real way to do this, the proper way to do this.
And there is a proper way, which we'll talk about.
And Mom got me on stage when I was 3. So, yeah, in church, and she traveled all over the place singing, and I would go and follow her around. And I did some high school stuff and was a music major at Iowa, and yeah.
That's really exciting, with great memories. Do you have the videos and the stills?
No, there's some pictures.
Photos,
yeah.
So you related, mother and daughter, as you indicated. There must be some natural gift here, is what I'm picking up. What do you think?
I think yes. And people tell me all the time how much we sound alike. Mm-hmm. When we sing together, certainly we understand each other without even have to saying or anything about it. We just automatically do it because we're related. But we also can really read each other well, and we harmonize really well. We've been doing it for a really long time, and because our tone is really similar, it blends great. So that's really the key to it, I think.
Let's talk about harmonizing. Mm-hmm. What is the difference between harmony and melody?
Well, melody is the first thing you hear when you hear a song, whether it's the storyline of the song, and that's where the line of the song takes you, is where the melody goes. The harmony is just a great complement to the melody.
Can you give us an example?
Vocally,
that is?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. So I would have the melody, and she would have the harmony. Generally, almost always she's below me. She always says, "Jane's in the basement."
And what does that mean?
Well, she just likes to sing the low part.
I'm a true low alto, so
yeah.
I've got a very broad low range and a very small high range.
And you?
I've got a pretty wide range in general. I did soprano stuff when I was in high school, and since getting older, my range is lowered. But I also teach voice lessons, so I have to keep up on all of the how you do this and how you do that. But my range is pretty good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Octaves involved, and how many? How many are there? I can't remember.
Normally a normal range is probably 2-ish. And then you have some people that have 3 to 4.
Like Mariah Carey.
Well, that's ridiculous.
She's a freak of nature, huh?
She's a freak of nature. I was just talking to the dolphins.
What's your favorite genre of music to sing?
For me, probably R&B, rock and roll, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I love R&B stuff too.
How do you train your voice to understand what key you're singing to correspond to what a musician is playing?
I think some of it is experience, and some of it's natural talent. But when you sang for a while, and especially if you do a lot of harmony work, like if you start with an E, 3 steps above that is a third above, and a 5 is a fifth above. Those are used harmony patterns, and then when you're thinking about whether it's doing a run up to a note, or when you're singing a song, you have to think in your head, okay, I'm planning my trip. This is where I want to end up, and this all happens like this, and you think of it, and you're up to the note, or some of that just comes with experience, but a lot of it is focus in your head. Mm-hmm. And the other part is, which took me a while to really understand, is you have to memorize your lyrics. Because you can't perform a song if this is being used up with what's next, or what word is next. So
it distracts from what you just described.
From being able to think about where the notes are and where you want to go with your trip in the song.
Right. Any other tips you have for vocalists on fine-tuning their craft, finding their unique style? getting out there, sharing their gift with the world?
I think you have to dive in and you have to do it. If you have a drive to express yourself that way, then you just have to do it. It's like any other dream. I mean, who didn't want to be a rock star when they were 12?
Yeah.
You know, everybody did.
Yeah.
Some people still do, and they're,
65?
It's true. But if you really want to do it, just start and go. And you never know. The thing about music is it can take you down so many different avenues. There's no one right answer. It's not like accounting where there's only one answer. It's math and it's there.
Right.
There's so many different options.
Well, the other thing for vocalists too, since I am older, and I've learned to respect my instrument more, the importance of warming up, and having some kind of planned system that you're going to use to warm up your voice before you try to blast and sing out. You'll lose your voice, you'll do damage to your chords, whatever. And I didn't understand that until probably about 5 years ago. And Rob taught me that actually. Gave me a warm-up program, and I use it faithfully, no matter whether it's a rehearsal or a performance. And I never have a problem anymore.
No more bars can't warm up.
No.
That's what I think of, working out.
Absolutely.
It's you have to respect your body.
It's a muscle. Yeah.
Well, will you two take us out with some number?
Oh, God.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Grace that brought me safe this far, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Lord has promised good to me. His will my hope secures. His will my shield and portion be. As long as life endures. We've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun. With golden days to sing God's praise, than when we first begun.
Thanks.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, you're right.
Uh,
I was faking my way through that piano part.
Really? As that didn't sound like it to me. Well, thanks again for your
thank
time
you.
and sharing
Thank
your
you.
talent and your wisdom. And you all have to check them out. Thanks for tuning into the segment of Frame. Frame is sponsored by Allegra, Click Marketing Solutions, Style Folio Jewelry,